You said, the primordial divine vein? Upon hearing Xun'er, Qingyan Jing was momentarily stunned, then immediately asked, "Why are you asking about this?" "I need to understand something about the primordial divine vein," Xun'er replied. "I know that the reason the Futu divine clan has spared no effort in trying to bring you back is related to this primordial divine vein, and this thing reminds me of something very similar." "What's that?" Qingyan Jing asked in return. "You need to tell me the full story of the primordial divine vein," Xun'er said, walking up to Qingyan Jing with a very serious expression, then continuing, "Where did it come from?" Seeing the sudden seriousness on Xun'er's face, Qingyan Jing hesitated for a moment. Though she wasn't sure why Xun'er wanted this information, she eventually replied, "The appearance of the primordial divine vein is far too distant, so there are no records in the clan. However, there are certain legends. Nearly 1,000,000 years ago, the Great Thousand Worlds, the extraterritorial world, and even the lower dimensional worlds were all desolate. At that time, the billions of living beings in the Great Thousand Worlds had not yet touched upon the concept of cultivation, which is the path of observing the laws of heaven and earth. Everyone was little different from primitive people. Yet, under such circumstances, two rulers who transcended heaven and earth descended upon the Great Thousand Worlds out of compassion for the billions of living beings. These rulers are now revered as the Supreme Divine Ancestor by the entire Primordial Divine Clan, and the Myriad Spirit Divine Ancestor by the Myriad Spirit Divine Clan," Qingyan Jing explained. "You mean, there were already two rulers during a time when no one knew anything about cultivation?" Xun'er said, astonished. "But these are just clan legends," Qingyan Jing said. "None of us has ever seen these so-called Primordial Divine Ancestor or Myriad Spirit Divine Ancestor. In my view, legends are just legends. Perhaps such supreme rulers never existed." "That's true. After all, it's just a legend," Xun'er nodded, understanding that many ancient legends might have been fabricated. "So what happened next?" "The Primordial Divine Ancestor and the Myriad Spirit Divine Ancestor, who descended upon the Great Thousand Worlds, sought to bring prosperity to the entire world. They created veins within the Great Thousand Worlds. The types and grades of these veins varied, and spirit beasts that possessed these veins could undergo a transformation, becoming divine beasts. With different types of veins and various spirit beasts, hundreds of thousands of divine beasts came into existence. The most outstanding among them were the True Dragon Clan, who received the Dragon Vein, and the True Phoenix Clan, who received the Phoenix Vein. Their positions in the Great Thousand Worlds are now quite obvious, but that only applies to the spirit beast world," Qingyan Jing continued. "In the human world, there are also countless people who have undergone a transformation due to the veins. There are 5 levels of veins in humans: the human vein, earth vein, heaven vein, fragmented divine vein, and the primordial divine vein. Those who possess the human vein have the potential to reach the 3 heaven stage. The earth vein grants the potential to step into the supreme stage, while the heaven vein opens the path to the earth's supreme realm. The fragmented divine vein is a fragment of the primordial divine vein, corresponding to the heavenly supreme level potential, and has been the object of fierce competition among the divine clans for hundreds of thousands of years," Qingyan Jing explained. "As for the primordial divine vein, it is also known as the perfect divine vein. You may have already guessed its significance, and for the past hundreds of thousands of years, the primordial divine clan has passed down only one phrase about it: break the rules and strive for dominance," Xun'er said, finishing the sentence for Qingyan Jing. "Yes, the true meaning of the primordial divine vein is to bring someone to the same level as the legendary primordial divine ancestor." Qingyan Jing sighed deeply as she spoke those two awe-inspiring words. "Ruler." The significance of veins in the Great Thousand Worlds is not only that they triggered the great era of cultivation, but also that they gave birth to great figures in the world. Those who possessed veins above the heaven vein established the great divine and spirit clans that now stand in the Great Thousand Worlds. The Blood God clan and the Titan God clan from the Western Heaven Palace are among them. And the Luo God clan, a middle-tier divine clan, is said to have ascended to the heavenly supreme stage because their ancestors possessed a fragmented divine vein. Qingyan Jing continued. Among the owners of the fragmented divine vein, however, there is an exceptional group of people. They not only possess the purest divine veins, but they also account for more than 2/3 of the veins in the Great Thousand Worlds. Their goals are different from the others. While all the owners of earth veins, heaven veins, and fragmented divine veins are proud of their advanced veins and aim to use them to establish themselves in the Great Thousand World, this group has their sights set on the even higher perfect divine vein. They seek to create a supreme ruler, one who can transcend heaven and earth and control the entire Great Thousand Worlds. Is this the origin of the primordial divine clan? After listening to Qingyan Jing's account, Xun'er was deeply shocked. She had originally thought that the primordial divine clan existed first, and only later did they develop the pursuit of becoming supreme rulers. But she hadn't expected that this ancient race in the Great Thousand Worlds was born with a goal, and only then did they come into existence. No wonder the primordial divine clan would go to such lengths to bring Qingyan Jing inside. It's because this race has been chasing a grand dream for hundreds of thousands of years. So, you're saying that the so-called perfect divine vein is what you possess? Xun'er asked Qingyan Jing. Yes, perfect-grade primordial divine veins have appeared before, but from the past to the present, only 4 have manifested, with an average of 1 appearing every 100,000 years, Qingyan Jing replied. What? A perfect primordial divine vein has appeared before? Has anyone succeeded? Xun'er immediately inquired, but she saw Qingyan Jing shake his head. So, that means there have been 3 failures? Yes. Then this is enough to prove that the idea of the primordial divine vein, leading one to become a ruler, is not believable, right? Heh, they say there have only been 3 failures. Are these old fools' brains kicked by a donkey? Xun'er couldn't help but curse. Who knows, perhaps in those 3 failures, they have already drawn some conclusions we don't know about. Hearing this, Xun'er gave a mocking smile. She pointed at the domain world in front of her and said, Look at this world. There's something interesting I might share with you. What? Qingyan Jing asked. In this world, there was once a legend that has been passed down for millions of years, Xun'er said. Once? Why once? Doesn't it exist anymore? Qingyan Jing asked. Yes, in this legend, there was something called the Dodi bloodline. It is said that those who possess the Dodi bloodline have extraordinary potential. At the peak of the Dodi bloodline is something called the divine bloodline, a supreme bloodline. According to the long-standing legend, those who possess the divine bloodline could enter the Dodi realm, a realm pursued by millions of people, Xun'er said. And those who firmly believed in this legend failed. My ancestor, Xiao Yan, failed. My father failed, and an elder of the Dragon King also failed. And I, too, possess the divine bloodline. Did you succeed? Did you reach the Dodi realm? Qingyan Jing asked. I did indeed succeed in entering the Dodi realm. My father and the elder of the Dragon King also reached that realm in the end, Xun'er said. But on our way to that realm, we discovered that entering the Dodi realm doesn't just depend on the grade of the bloodline. There is also an energy called source qi. Without source qi, no matter how high one's talent, they will remain stuck below the Dodi realm. Qingyan Jing's gaze narrowed slightly. You should understand what I mean now, right? I owe you calling me sister. As your sister, although I don't have much power, I dare to make a definitive conclusion about the primordial divine clan's pursuit, Xun'er said, her voice resounding like thunder, causing Qingyan Jing to show a look of shock. The primordial divine vein is a lie the primordial divine clan has been telling itself for hundreds of thousands of years. Perhaps the ruler level truly exists, but it is not something that can be reached with a mere divine vein of such low grade. Qingyan Jing slowly closed her eyes as she looked at Xun'er. She fell silent for a moment, and then a faint voice finally emerged from her mouth. Sister Xun'er, thank you. I'm just unwilling to see you being deceived and bullied by a group of self-deluding old fools. Although I still can't do anything, I'm sorry about that, Xun'er said. However, as her words just fell, she saw a single tear slowly trickle down Qingyan Jing's eye. Sigh. Seeing this, Xun'er sighed helplessly, then wrapped her arms around Qingyan Jing in an embrace. This is the 3rd time in my life someone has cared for me like this. Qingyan Jing, who was held in Xun'er's arms, cried as she spoke. This person, who had journeyed alongside Xun'er for the past 8 years, breaking through all obstacles, had always appeared strong, saving Xun'er from powerful enemies. Xun'er had once believed that there was nothing in this world that could defeat her. But now, Qingyan Jing had truly become someone who evoked deep sympathy. Since you've already called me sister, even though I can't stop you from leaving, please remember one thing. If you ever run into trouble, just come to the Doqi continent and find me. I'll get Brother Xiao Yan to help you, Xun'er smiled. Hee, don't underestimate Brother Xiao Yan. His potential is limitless. Perhaps one day, even the primordial divine clan will tremble before him. Thank you. Qingyan Jing nodded in relief, wiping the tears from the corner of her eyes, while Xun'er gently released her from her embrace. I have to go now, Qingyan Jing said, casually waving her hand. A delicate teleportation array was immediately set up, and beneath it lay a large, approximately 100 feet wide spirit stone platform. Through this platform, the effect of the teleportation array would be amplified, indicating that Qingyan Jing was preparing to travel to a faraway place. Remember what I just said. This world will always keep its doors open for you. Xun'er smiled at the departing Qingyan Jing. I know, Qingyan Jing replied, stepping directly into the teleportation array. Buzz. As Qingyan Jing entered the array, it began to activate. A brilliant white light gradually enveloped her, while the spirit stones underneath burst with transparent, pure light, amplifying the effect of the array several times over. Whoosh! Wrapped in the white light, Qingyan Jing's figure gradually became ethereal, and within moments, she and the array disappeared from the world, leaving only a sky full of pure spiritual light. After Qingyan Jing left, Xun'er let out a deep breath. She estimated that from the time Xiao Yan and the others intercepted by Xie and the other heavenly emperors to Qingyan Jing's departure, it had already been more than 10 minutes. I wonder how Brother Xiao Yan and the others are doing. Better go check on Xun'er and the others first. With that, Xun'er moved swiftly, flying toward the distant horizon. Several million miles away, she sensed numerous auras, indicating that there was land and people there. It seemed like a good place to gather information. However, just as she had flown for several minutes and crossed tens of thousands of miles, she slowed to a stop because someone had blocked her path a few dozen feet ahead. Halting her flight, Xun'er hovered in the air, with an endless ocean beneath her. She looked at the person who had blocked her way, a middle-aged man in a black robe. His slightly squinted eyes exuded a refined air, and besides an overwhelming sense of self-assurance, there was also an arrogance that made it clear he considered everything beneath him. The man was staring at Xun'er, which was part of the reason she stopped instead of bypassing him. The other reason, which was more significant, was that the black-robed man possessed an unseen strength. His aura was beyond her comprehension, indicating that his cultivation level was at least Upper Earth Supreme or higher. When the man spoke, his first words stunned Xun'er. "Where is Qingyan Jing?" the black-robed man asked indifferently. "Who are you?" Xun'er narrowed her eyes and asked. She felt a hostile presence from him, and the fact that he mentioned Qingyan Jing made her realize that his identity was far from ordinary. "My name is Imoku Tian," the man in black replied. "You should be able to guess who I am." Hearing the name Imoku Tian, Xun'er furrowed her brow. Imoku Tian? This name, coupled with his knowledge of Qingyan Jing, could he be from the Imoku god clan of the primordial divine clan? What do you want with her? Xun'er's gaze darkened, her voice cold. Since this person was from the primordial divine clan, his purpose was obvious. He was here to take Qingyan Jing. "This is none of your concern," Imoku Tian said. "What you need to tell us is where she went." Just as Xun'er's words ended, another, ancient voice echoed through the heavens, filling the entire world. Startled by the voice, Xun'er quickly shifted her gaze toward another part of the sky. There, an elderly figure slowly materialized. From this old man, Xun'er felt an ancient aura, an aura so filled with the majesty of the heavens and earth that it almost left her breathless. The elderly figure, like Imoku Tian, looked at Xun'er. Her expression grew serious. She hadn't expected that the members of the primordial divine clan would be able to find their way to this lower dimension. Such a pity. The elderly figure spoke with a sense of regret. If you'd come a few minutes earlier, you might have been able to meet her. But now, facing the ancient pressure from the old man, Xun'er showed no sign of yielding. She said, "She's already gone." "I know she is gone," the elderly figure responded. "What we want to know is where she went." With that, he raised his hand slightly, and a purple-gold cosmic bag appeared. Inside this bag are 1 billion supreme spiritual liquid. If it's not enough, I can add another billion. 2 billion supreme spiritual liquid. Are you trying to buy me off? The elder's offer left Xun'er stunned. Just to grasp what 2 billion supreme spiritual liquid represented, even a lower heavenly supreme expert would need to refine for several years to produce such a colossal amount. In the entire Great Thousand Worlds, perhaps only the primordial divine clan and the myriad spirit divine clan had the terrifying foundation to casually offer out 10 or 20 billion supreme spiritual liquid, right? Hurry up and tell us where Qingyan Jing is. We don't have much time, Imoku urged. I don't know. It's not that I'm withholding information. I genuinely have no idea, Xun'er replied. Sigh. It seems negotiations have failed, Imoku lamented, and a terrifying aura began to emanate from him, enveloping the entire sea. Under this overwhelming force, the surrounding space within millions of miles was on the brink of collapse. Boom. An overwhelmingly terrifying pressure from the heavens descended, and Xun'er realized that Imoku was not merely a lower Earth Supreme, but a genuine super powerhouse at the heavenly Supreme level. Puff. Although Xun'er had advanced to the Earth Supreme realm, the gap between them and the heavenly Supreme was still too vast. Just the release of Imoku's power caused her throat to taste blood, and at that moment, she lost all her strength, plummeting towards the ocean below. As Xun'er fell towards the sea, Imoku disdainfully waved his sleeve. What a woman who refuses to drink the toast and instead takes the penalty. With a swipe of his robe, a terrifying force tore open a massive, boundless chasm on the ocean below. Without her strength, Xun'er fell towards the depths of the ravine. This lower dimensional world that defies the divine clan should simply be destroyed, Imoku stated, then turned his palm down to strike. However, just as he was about to bring his hand down, a figure appeared before him, an elderly man dressed like a farmer. As the old farmer emerged, he extended his hand and grasped Imoku's, preventing the seemingly ordinary yet destructive hand from falling. Seeing his strike blocked, Imoku's eyes narrowed slightly, incredulous as he looked at the farmer before him. Imoku, acting impulsively like this might lead to your disqualification from joining the 5th clan. The old farmer slowly raised his head, casting a glance at Imoku, and calmly remarked, "It's up to you to understand the value of what you have." Farmer. Imoku felt a tremor in his heart at the elder's words, and reluctantly pulled back his hand. Meanwhile, Xun'er, still falling towards the ocean below, was caught by a pair of strong arms. The figure catching Xun'er from midair emerged from the void, revealing a serious Xiao Yan. He used his aura to shield against Imoku's pressure, his eyes directed at Imoku filled with murderous intent. Xiao Yan, brother? Spotting that it was Xiao Yan who caught her, Xun'er, gradually regaining her strength, was momentarily taken aback. Xiao Yan then set her down. Are you okay? Xiao Yan asked Xun'er. I'm fine, Xun'er replied, shaking her head. Wait here for me, Xiao Yan instructed, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. Then, his figure vanished, leaving a voice echoing around Xun'er. Taiping, please make sure she is safe. Buzz. As soon as Xiao Yan's words fell, a figure wielding a gray stone axe appeared before Xun'er. It was Taiping. Don't worry, just leave this to me, Taiping said calmly, turning his gaze to the sky above. Swish. Xiao Yan's figure materialized opposite Imoku, and at the same time, 2 silhouettes emerged behind him. Long Yuan and Primordial Sacred Flame. Seeing Xiao Yan and the others appear, Imoku remained nonchalant, even as he noticed the murderous intent in Xiao Yan's expression. The old farmer who had previously blocked Imoku's attack similarly observed Xiao Yan, who was clearly enraged by Imoku's earlier actions against Xun'er. Hee, it seems someone isn't backing down? Although you have some fame within our clan, I currently have no time for you, Imoku said with a faint smile, then turned to leave. Lao, let's go find clues about Qingyan Jing outside this lower dimension. All right then, the elders standing by earlier replied, preparing to follow Imoku. After tossing the cosmic bag towards Xiao Yan, the old man and Imoku Tian shot off into the distant sky. However, just as they were about to leave, the entire world suddenly turned a deep red. At the same time, a fiery aura filled with intense rage enveloped the heavens and earth. As soon as they sensed the change in the world, neither the old man nor Imoku Tian looked back. Behind them, a furious figure appeared, moving at terrifying speed. The cosmic bag that passed by was shattered by a single punch from this figure. The billion supreme spiritual liquid it contained burst into a torrential downpour, drenching the heavens and earth within a 1,000,000-mile radius. What was the significance of a billion supreme spiritual liquid? To condense such an enormous amount of spiritual energy would require a force equal to or greater than the entire Do Chi present in the world of the Do domain. This vast outpouring of spiritual energy was a disaster for the entire Do domain world. Spiritual energy assimilation. Yet Xiao Yan remained indifferent. He sped through the sky, and his furious voice echoed through the heavens. Do domain, do you think you can come and go as you please? Imoku Tian and the old man still did not look back at the enraged Xiao Yan. Unconcerned, they flicked their fingers, and a dimensional rift opened before them. In that instant, a figure engulfed in brilliant flames appeared behind them. It was Xiao Yan, who had unleashed the destruction flame physique. Imoku Tian's actions towards Xun'er had provoked Xiao Yan. Leave your arms behind. Xiao Yan's furious roar resounded through the heavens. Just as Xiao Yan appeared behind Imoku Tian and the old man, two more figures emerged. They were Long Yuan and the primordial sacred flame. However, their appearance was not for the same purpose as Xiao Yan's. Instead, they acted in unison to stop the enraged Xiao Yan. Calm down. Our strength is still far from enough to confront them, Long Yuan said, pulling Xiao Yan back with a somber expression. The Do domain world had been treated with such reckless disregard, and Xiao Yan was enraged. As the clan leader of the primordial ancient dragon clan, Long Yuan could relate. If you act this way, there will be no difference between you and them, the primordial sacred flame added. With Long Yuan and the primordial sacred flame holding him back, the imperial flame around Xiao Yan gradually dissipated, revealing his true form. Yet, his eyes still gleamed with cold light as he watched the two figures disappear into the dimensional rift ahead. The only thing they left behind were two short words. Weaklings. Big Brother Xiao Yan. On the surging ocean below, Xun'er looked up at Xiao Yan with worry. Among all those present, she alone knew why Imoku Tian's actions had so infuriated Xiao Yan. It was just like decades ago, when Nalan Yanran came to the Xiao family to announce the annulment of their engagement. The attitude she displayed was one of overwhelming strength, where the strong used their unresistible power to do as they pleased. But now, Xiao Yan was no longer a weakling.